Hello YouTube friends, this is KL Arminia for another exciting character drawing. I know it's been a couple of weeks, it's been like 3 weeks since I did my last one, which was the Roger Rabbit video. If you guys want to see that one, or if you guys want to watch any of my other videos, you may do so in my YouTube channel. If you like the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. In today's video, we're going to go back to 1994 and we're going to draw the character Simba. He's the main character from the movie The Lion King. One of my favorite characters and one of my first Disney movies. I was 7 when the movie came out, so it's one of my first Disney movies. If you like to draw along, you know you may always do so. So let's not waste any more time. Grab your pencil, pen, paper, markers, or whatever it is you use, and let's get started. Alright guys, so let's start drawing Simba from The Lion King. Alright, so I'm gonna start out. Simba is one of the few characters that I do not start with a circle. I've only drawn him a couple of times, so I always start with the nose for him. So we got the nose so far. Then from the nose, I go down to the mouth. He has his eyebrows. Just like that. I have the eyebrow on this side. Then for the eyes, I always do the line. Then we have under, all this becomes like a circle pretty much. So it goes down over here, and then it's funny because for me that's the hardest part out of drawing the Lion King characters. The hardest part for me is drawing the the eyes. And then the same thing on here. And that's what we got so far. Then we're gonna go up here. Here, and we're gonna do the mane. This right here is part of his head, and I'm gonna do a little line across the mane, because over here is gonna be his ear. His ear is gonna come out here, and you want it to line up with his head. So far. And then over here, this because it's throwing me off a little bit. Sorry for all the erasing, guys. Sorry guys. Trying to get the proportions. There's the ear. Sorry for the erasing. Let me take it over here. I'm not liking this. It will make more sense when I'm actually doing the inking. You can see it better. wanted to add a little bit more mane to Simba. Ear. Like that. So under the chin, I'm gonna do a little bit of fur. Further down here, and it's gonna continue on. That's where his mane is, but then his head continues on back here. Then from this part, then you have his shoulder blade, and it goes back like that with his leg, and then on this side you have the other leg. And then his hair goes under him like this, but I'm not gonna continue on. Just like that. And because I don't want to continue on, I'm just gonna do a little. I'm gonna stop it right here. We're gonna do like a little portrait. I like to make it a little. I'll do it up to there. And then you can disregard all this down here. Down here. That's what we got so far. Alright, let me get, I'm gonna get a little bit of water, guys. Well, if you're drawing along, you can catch up. I know it was a little crazy at first, but you kind of can see it now what it turned into. I do apologize for not making any videos lately. I've been kind of busy at work and just been dealing with some family stuff, so but I wanted last night for some reason I was watching the making of The Lion King. That's how I fell asleep last night, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be my next project. So then today while I was at work, I was thinking about this, and I was like, oh, I definitely want to do The Lion King. So then I wanted to do Simba. I was thinking of doing young Simba, but I like adult Simba better. So that's why I went with. All right. Alright, so time for inking. And while I'm inking, like always, I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of fun facts about The Lion King and about Simba. Alright, let's get started. For the inking, I always start with the eyes. There we go. Sorry guys if you hear me clearing my throat a lot. The allergies got me today, and it's driving me crazy. Stick a hair up. Hair right there. And we're gonna follow the line, like I said, with the ear. Like that, the ear is not like down here, and the head is over here. It can all be proportional. Because remember, the head is normal just without the mane. It would just be the ear connected with the head. this is what we got so far. After all the inking, I'm going to take it away really quick and erase the lines I'm not using. Go. I'm gonna get another drink of water and while you guys can catch up. Alright, so now we're gonna do the coloring. And this time I did pick out the colors already. I remember to pick out the colors. For the nose, okay, I forgot to pick the color. For the nose, One of the difference between Simba and his dad Mufasa is the nose. I don't know if you ever noticed, but Mufasa has his nose is brown, and Simba is a little light pink. Alright. Now we're gonna start with his actual body, which is yellow. Trying to erase a little bit more of the lines that we don't need anymore. Clean it up a little. Oh, I also forgot. His eyebrows. Sorry guys, this allergy is kicking my butt. Yellow. Then over here. We're using 3 different types of yellow for Simba. Hair we're gonna use for inside his ear. It's a little brown. The reason I did the ear a little darker than the rest of the skin is because the shadow from the mane. Now we're just gonna do the rest of the mane. That's what we got so far. Darken it up a little bit. There's a shadow. Just in the highlighted parts, I'm changing a little bit of the color. The Disney company creates their own paint, so sometimes it's hard to get a paint that actually matches with it, because it's not like you can just buy the same paint. So sometimes you gotta work with your paint and see if you can get something that goes with it. The reason you see that I'm not coloring everything is because I'm leaving it like this, because then this is the shading part, the darker. So now when I go over it with the lighter one, you'll see like streaks of light, of lighter hair. It's like you're seeing two. As I mentioned before, I'm not very good at coloring. That's not my specialty. Well, drawing is not either, it's a hobby, but cannot color for sure. At least drawing I can do a little bit. I can hold my own a little bit. So kind of forgot about the fun facts, huh, guys? So for the fun facts, I got the first one I got is Simba means lion in Swahili. Sorry if I didn't say that correctly. That was very original, I guess, on the name. Just name him Simba. So his name is actually Lion. This movie, if you guys don't know, I'm originally from Cuba. It's where I was born. I came here to the U.S. in 1993. I was 7 years old when I came from Cuba. And in 94, this movie comes out, and I remember I wanted to see it so bad. So it's really my first Disney movie that I've ever saw was Snow White, and I remember it was in Cuba. But I don't remember very well because I was very young when I saw it. But this movie was actually my first real Disney movie that I saw. And it was here in the US. I still do consider this movie my favorite Disney movie of all times. I don't know if it's because it has sentimental values or what it is, but it's still considered my favorite movie. So anyways, that's my little Lion King story. For my second fun fact, Simba and Nala originally was supposed to be first cousins. If you know, Nala is Simba's spouse in the movie. Yes, they were supposed to be first cousins. I guess it doesn't really matter in the animal kingdom, but that's kind of gross. Yeah. The actors who voiced Simba, the adult version, which is this one, was Matthew Broderick. You may know him also in movies like Ferris Bueller's and Day Off, and also he was Inspector Gadget for the Disney movie. He's been in a lot of movies. One of my favorite, he was in Mars Attack. He was in a whole many different movies. And then young Simba was Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I think everybody who grew up in the 90s knows who he is. The story for Simba and the Lion King is they took it from they took the story and inspiration from different ones, from different stories like Bambi, but mainly it was from Shakespeare's Hamlet. Hamlet was the main inspiration for this movie. What's a cat? What's a lion without whiskers? Another fun fact of this is more about the Lion King than actually Simba. The stampede scene from the movie, it took Disney animators 3 years to complete. It took them 3 years to complete that. Little patch of green in the back. Three years. That's a long time for just one scene. But it was a very important scene in the movie. The stampede scene, that's when Simba loses his father. I will say spoiler alert, but I think everybody has seen this movie by now. So it's a very critical scene, and I'm guessing that's... And back then in the 90s, computers were not as advanced as right now, and they had to do a CGI, so there were CGI animators who did it, and they were pretty limited. The animators for Simba and for my 7th and 8th are the names of the animators that animated Simba for the movie. Young Simba was animated by Mark Henn, one of Disney's great, for me, one of the greatest Disney animators. He's been in everything. And then Ruben A. Aquino animated the adult Simba, which is this one right here. Also another great animator. Okay guys, we're almost done with Simba. I think we got pretty good on it. Just want to do some little last minute touch. There. Alright, so there you go. We got Simba. Like I said, the color might be a little off than what you're used to. Seeing him, it's really hard to match the colors that they use for the film, just because Disney does create their own colors. But I think it looks pretty good. It's great to be back making videos again. Thank you so much for taking the time and watching this video. Please remember, if you like this video and all my other ones, go to my YouTube page and please subscribe, like and subscribe. I'll try to keep going and making more. It's great to be back, and I love this character for me coming back. It's been 3 weeks since I've done my last video, so it's a little rocky, but it's great to be back, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, always sign your artwork. Until next time, guys, thank you again for watching, and have a great weekend.